A little bit of everything podcast. No no startup music. I was looking. Wow. Man, got this would be my 114th episode. Who would have known? You get me to do something 114 times in a row. Well, not in a row, but in succession, I should say. You know what I'm talking about? A little bit of everything podcast. Luck is in the building. Good to be here. Wiggled out of a day of work, even though I really wanted to go to work. So I cleaned up, watched a little bit, sipping a mimosa, a nice little shot. I'm gonna take right in the middle of this whole little thing we finna do in here today. You know, so about what about? It had to be about 2 weeks ago maybe. They had this Mount Rushmore of Nickelodeon character or Nickelodeon shows, right? Now, anybody who knows what Mount Rushmore is the real Mount Rushmore. I think it's like the founding fathers or the first four presidents or something like crazy shit like that. But Mount Rushmore is like the top of the top, your top four of whatever. You have music Mount Rushmore, sports Mount Rushmores, actor Mount Rushmores. You feel me? So when I saw the Nickelodeon one, I was like, okay, what's the Mount Rushmore for that one? So these the ones I came up with for my Mount Rushmore of Nickelodeon shows. Rugrats definitely is on the Mount Rushmore. SpongeBob is on the Mount Rushmore. Hey Arnold is on the Mount Rushmore. And Doug is on the Mount Rushmore. Now we just talking about just the cartoons. Now, Ren and Stimpy is definitely one of the originals that was on there. You know what I'm saying? So that's an honorable mention to me. What else did I like growing up? Them really the ones. Like, you feel me? There's some other cool ones, but Rocko's Modern Life is definitely one of my favorites to this day. Rocko was the predecessor to SpongeBob, pretty much. I've talked about that on the podcast before, how you could tell the people who wrote for Rocko's Modern Life ended up writing or producing SpongeBob SquarePants. That's the way they set the whole play up. So, Rugrats was the beginning of it. I think Rugrats was one of the first shows on Nickelodeon when they started doing the cartoons. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I'm rarely wrong though, but I could be wrong. You feel me? Don't 95. I like to just thumb through stuff real quick while y'all sitting here. You know what I'm talking about? And just hanging on to every word that I'm giving you. It's not saying. But yeah, though. That's my Mount Rushmore of Nickelodeon cartoons. I'm pretty sure Nick is going to hear that and have something to say about it. I'll be waiting for it. Absolutely, I'll be waiting for it. NBA Finals starts tonight. The Bucks and the Suns. It's not the sexiest of teams. I know everybody's used to the big names or the big players. And probably the biggest player in it ain't even playing, which is Giannis. He ain't going to play it probably for the first 2 or 3 games. But I think the Bucks going to win the 6. I think the Bucks have a better team. And then when they get Giannis back, you're going to get, if the Bucks could split with no Giannis, I think they're going to beat the Suns. You feel me? Splitting is all you really want to do as the road team anyway, no matter what. You always want to split on the road in any series. If it's baseball, if it's hockey, if it's basketball. They got 2 games, and they got 2 games at home, and you need to handle your business at home. You need to handle your business at home. But it's going to be a good one, I still think. You know, it's good, two good solid teams. That's what you always want to see. They had this thing on ESPN. They were saying every 5 years the NBA gives you something special like you wasn't expecting. So 5 years ago from this championship was when the Cavs came back from 3-1, beat the Warriors. 5 years before that, in 2011, I believe that's when the Dallas Mavericks knocked off the Miami Heat. And the Miami Heat was big favorites. That's when they had Bron and Bosh and Wade, the big three. And then in 2000, let me see what happened in 2006. Because I know something happened. 2006 NBA Finals was... Oh, the Mavericks and the Heat. When the Heat was down, what? What was the Heat down? 2-0. They came back and won 4 straight. And then in 2001, I think that was the second of the Lakers? Nope, that's when they beat Iverson. Yep. That's when they beat Iverson to start their three-peat. So, yeah, every 5 years, the NBA give you something a little like, wow. Like, you wasn't really ready for that. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to see. It's a little bit of parody. It's a little bit of parody because it's not the big team in there doing it like they do all the time. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Chris Paul gets his first ring this year. He's one of the greatest point guards. He just ain't won a ring yet. So we're gonna see if that's gonna be what it do. Also, Giannis, if they do somehow pull off the win, Giannis didn't take the Supermax money. I mean, he didn't leave. Excuse me. He took the Supermax money and stayed, and made it to the NBA Finals. Now, this is the era, or the last era was the era of going to join another team that was really good, or teaming up with some players that were really good, and winning the championship. It happened with the Heat and LeBron and D-Wade and Bosh. It happened with KD. Now you have, teams just putting together great super teams or big roster teams to win rings. And some did. Most didn't, but some did. But Giannis stayed. You feel me? Stayed with the team. It looked a little sketchy for a minute with them, especially against the Nets, but the injuries helped. Injuries are part of sports. So, and here we are. You feel me? He's in the finals. He's going to, hopefully he plays. I think he's going to play. But he probably won't play them first 2 games. When they get back to Milwaukee, if they can split, get back to Milwaukee, and get him back, that's going to be big. Game 3 is going to be a madhouse. Madhouse if they can make that happen. So we're going to see how that work out. All right. I don't know. I saw this on Twitter, but the topic was basically how women, whether niggas got money or not, they don't want every nigga that come across their path. And a lot of males believe that. A lot of males still to this day, grown as hell, 30, 40, 50, think that every woman who a nigga come across them or want them or want to talk to them or whatever the fuck, they be fucking with them. They be fucking with them. They gonna give them some action. They gonna give them some play. They got men have created this thought, this theory, this saying that when a woman says she's single AF, which used to mean single as fuck, but now men have decided to start calling it single and fucking. They just think that women just don't do the alone thing. Women do listen. Women can do it way better for longer than men can do it. I don't think a majority of women mind not having to deal with niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just be liking their own personal space. Maybe it's just to work on them. Maybe it's to get over whatever they're going through or whatever they got in mind or whatever they've been feeling. But, you know, that don't mean they fucking with niggas. They might go on a date. They might text niggas and, you know. But that don't mean they fucking with them or fucking them. You feel me? That's just reality of the situation. I'm a dude. I'm a firm believer that women have men around, but that don't mean that they fucking with them. You feel me? What I'm saying is they may have X, Y, and Z hit the phone every day. Maybe X get to kick it with her every now and then. But, you know, for the most part, she ain't really did nothing with nobody. They just kind of just there. You know what I'm saying? Then there's other women who just have one nigga that they really be fucking with, but they still don't, you know, they still weigh their options and play the field a little bit. Like, bruh got the position right now, but he ain't her boyfriend, and she don't really want to be in a relationship at the moment. So, you know, it ain't going down. And, but it's a lot of men who feel like that. Like, man, oh, she ain't got no dude. Oh, yeah, somebody hitting that. Or a couple of niggas hitting that. Or, yeah, she doing this, she doing that. Like, I don't know what she doing. I haven't divested that much time in to figure out what women do when they not with their dudes no more, or after a long relationship and they taking a break, or they just playing the field right now because that's what they want to do. You feel me? Men do it. Niggas do it all the time. The second they get out of a relationship, nigga, they playing the field, or they trying to, or they trying to make it look like they are. You know what I mean? But you gotta, I mean, we can't do the double standard all the time, man. You gotta. Sometimes they don't be doing what we think they be doing. And I'm pretty sure they all have the opportunity to. Because niggas be on. Listen, I said this before. When direct messages kind of first hit. And then. Because now I think. I said it probably was about 2015 I was saying this. I was telling niggas, I'm like, bro, do you realize how many niggas or men be DMing women and texting women and what was I saying? Oh, you know what I said? I said you know how many dicks women see? And this was like 2015. What I was saying was that's when niggas was just sending unsolicited. I'm pretty sure they still do it now. But they probably do it even more now. But women used to tell me how many unsolicited dick pictures they used to get. And I was just thinking, like, on the average, I mean, you probably got a couple niggas in the phone that's sitting you don't talk to no more. You got niggas in the DM that you be kind of flirting with or talking to. And they send them. You got niggas you don't even know. Like, if your page is open and a nigga just on your page, he can just DM you and you feel me? Just boom. So, but it's probably even more. So it's probably wild in the women's DMs right now. Wow. Oh, look at that. Giannis will be a game time decision for the night. I don't think you should play him until he get back to Milwaukee. But anyway. Or at least game 2. But anyway, yeah, it's probably wild on women DMs. And man, it's crazy. But yeah, man, so you know, I know a lot of dudes just got their own theories about women and what they doing and not doing or using niggas for money, and I don't think women really be tripping off a lot of niggas like that. Some do, but I don't think it's the majority. You feel me? Some don't really care about what the nigga trying to offer. Like, they don't give a shit about none of that shit. That don't matter to them. You feel me? Some women just got out of relationships and they trying to find their peace. You feel me? Or trying to find out who they are and reinvent who they are. See that they not who they used to be and trying to find a way to wiggle back to that. You know, it ain't just what every nigga think it is, or a lot of niggas think it is. You know, I think it's very important that you have people in your life, mostly friends, that's gonna check you when you wrong. I'm talking about when you wrong, when you dead ass out of pocket, and they ain't gonna sugarcoat it. They ain't gonna act like it ain't going on. They ain't gonna just spin off and not talk to you. Not, fall back off you and don't, like your real people gonna pull you to the side or check you in public if need be when you out of bounds. Let me give you a perfect example. Now, this has happened to me. This happened to me on my birthday a few years back. On my birthday, okay? We go out the city. We go somewhere, me and my guys. I'll invite a bunch of people to come. You feel me? And basically, you feel me? We up in there. We chilling. I get a phone call. And I spin off on everybody, and I'm gone for like hour and a half, like just on the phone, like just gone. You feel me? And people looking for me, motherfuckers calling me, they walking around, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so when I come back, after being on the phone for like 2 hours, hour and a half, like most of the people gone. It's just, the people that we kind of came with. And so we going back to the crib to chill, and you feel me? Mo P chew me out. Like, nigga, that was some hoe shit. You got everybody up here for you. You spin off on the phone. That's some other whoop-de-whoop. Like, just going in on me. Now, mind you, it was me, Green. I think it was just me, Green, James, Mo P. It was one other person in the car with us. So we had, like, the long-ass van. But that nigga was whipping into me. Something cold. You feel me? And I just had to take it because he was right. That was some weak shit to invite a bunch of people out to kick it with you. And for 2 of them 4 hours, I had the time, you gone. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like I was just like, catting off or, I just took a phone call. That wasn't the right time to be gone for that length of time. You know what I mean? But that's checking somebody when they wrong. Now, I'm normally the nigga, or I'm the dude in my group. No, I mean, probably me and James, but we normally the ones in the group that's the ones who gonna talk you off the cliff. You feel me? Like, or tell you really out of bounds with something that you're doing. You know what I mean? And, you need that, right? You need people. You need real friends that's gonna pull you to the side. Because Mo could have aired me out right there in front of everybody, but he waited till we got back in the car and then he went in. You know what I'm saying? It's tact. You got to know when. Like, I know when, first of all, what you don't never want to do to somebody, and a lot of people don't know how to do this. What you don't never want to do to somebody is embarrass them or make them feel embarrassed. If they wrong and they know they wrong, you don't want to pull a card in front of everybody and make them feel like they're embarrassed or you doing too much. Or because a lot of times when you get told you wrong, it's in a situation where you think you're right, or you think you're in control, or you think you're doing it the right way, and you're really not. So pull a nigga to the side. Sometimes you gotta wait a day. You feel me? If y'all been out drinking and doing whatever, you might have to wait a couple hours. You might have to wait 2-3 days. Then you gotta tear into a nigga, man. You ain't gotta disrespect niggas. You ain't gotta call them out their names. You ain't gotta do none of that extra. If you really friends with somebody, you can dead ass, straight up talk to them. And they gonna respect what you saying to them. Straight up. Like, there's no easier version of it. You know what I mean? And you need that from time to time. You need somebody to tell you that. You need somebody to just be like, hey, man, you was out of pocket for this. And you need to hear this. And you know what I'm saying? This is where we at. So you gotta have friends like that in your life, man. If you don't have friends that's gonna tell you about yourself, even though it ain't gotta be nothing incredible, nothing big. Just you need somebody that's just gonna tell you about yourself sometimes. It could be a relative. You feel me? It could be a cousin, brother, You know what I'm saying? It could be your closest friend, your road dog, your day one. But you need to hear it sometimes. You need to, nigga, and woody whoop whoop whoop, and you feel me? And then the real test of the relationship is gonna be how that person accepts that. Because if y'all really people, and you know you don't mean nothing malicious, and you know you just telling you the truth and giving you straight facts, you gonna be able to take that on. You ain't gonna like it, but you gonna be able to take that on the chin. Hear what he said, correct yourself. You feel me? And keep it pushing. That's the best way to do it. But not everybody can do that. When Mo did that with me, you feel me? I took it on the chin in the car. He was right. And then the next day, once, you know, the drink wore off and other shit, I told him he was right again. I'm cool with it. I don't mind getting chewed out because I'm not perfect. I be fucking up. You know what I'm saying? So I could for sure take it on the chin, man. I could for sure be the guy to, yeah, this nigga was right. This nigga was right. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to do that. You got to be able to look yourself in the mirror and just tell yourself, yeah, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? That ain't always easy to do neither. So, you know, just get you some solid people in your corner. That's what I always say. Oh, let me tell you about our fourth real quick. And I want to tell you about this because of the outcome of it. So, my cousin, shout out to my nigga Mel, and the homies, you feel me, had this big ass barbecue in the hood yesterday, day before yesterday. And you feel me, wasn't in like a residential area. You feel me? It was kind of like in the industrial area, but you feel me, had the whole block blocked off, had a DJ, had the street kind of opened up, you know, if we could just all walk around and move. No permits, none of that shit. We was just out there. Big barbecue, big drink, big fireworks. And the crazy part is we was right in the middle kind of where everybody be having the big ass fireworks. So like, it was almost seemed like niggas was taking turns having competition. Cause we'll do some and end up on the hill to do some. And then back by Double Rock to do some. And then some on the other side of the third to do something. But everybody like had their turn. But what I'm saying is we was out there, big music, big drink, hella people, big food, everybody ate. You know what I'm saying? No violence. The police slid past. They couldn't come down the street. They couldn't get through the street. We even had the street blocked off. They just never came down the street. They go around and you feel me? Just vibes. Just the whole, like, the hood. Like, we was in, nigga, we in Hunters Point. Okay? In it. We not on the outskirts, smack dab in it. And it was just cool. We was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? No dumb shit. No gunshots. No fights. It was one argument between this drunk ass nigga and some girl. But that got dissolved immediately. You know what I mean? Like it was just, it was good to see, bruh. It was good to see. But that's how our shit be. Like, you feel me? And that's really him. Not, you know, when we all put it together, it's normally like that. 9 times out of 10. We was with each other the night before that. The exact same, like, it's just everybody, people, we all folks. You feel me? Even when we bring other people in, like, they see the vibe. They know it's good. It's rare we have weird shit happen where niggas get to tripping with each other. Somebody got to get their ass kicked. We done had to kick some ass quite a few times. Don't get it twisted. But, you know, just coming off of, you know, how, you know, just like what happened with Juneteenth and somebody getting killed at the lake. Like, it's good to have a bunch of black people together, even though majority of us is friends. You feel me? The vast majority of us is friends. But even with friends, shit could get wild and stupid. You know that, especially once liquor get to growing. You feel me? The drugs get kicking in. Niggas get to getting their feelings and all kind of other shit. But that was just cool, man. The 4th was cool, man. You feel me? Just vibing out, fucking with your people. And that's what nigga always been about. I'm gonna take this shot for my people, man. Shout out to my guys, man. All my people. My guys, the homies in the hood. You feel me? Who do. Shout out to my cousin Mel, man. That's a solid nigga, man. He do solid shit. Hold on, wait. Let me take a shot. Let me tell you why I use the word solid over real. To me, real is just one thing, like a diamond. A diamond is real, right? You can't manipulate it. You can't change it. It's just a real diamond. You can't do nothing to it. It can never be fake, right? But calling yourself real as a human, you can't do. At some point, you're going to do something to somebody that they're going to feel is not real or fake. Okay? But if you solid, that means you stand on your ground as really who you are. Now, you may waver. You may chip. You may do some shit that you ain't supposed to do. You might get caught up in some shit you ain't supposed to get caught up in. But you still grounded. You still in the ground. You still solid. You ain't moving from off who you are. You gonna fuck up. You human. We all fuck up. Everybody fucks up. I don't know where this whole I'm holier than thou or perfect than the other motherfucker came from, but like we all go through it. You feel me? What that nigga Cat Williams say? He on my 5th second chance right now. Shit, with some people, I'm probably on my 8th. But I'm solid. I am who I am. I can look in the mirror and see who I really am. You feel me? I'm a solid ass nigga. I'm not a real nigga. I'm a solid nigga. I'm somebody you can depend on. No matter what. Whether we beefing, whether we having issues. If you need me, man, I'm going to come through. Because I'm a solid nigga. Even if I don't want to. Even if I don't want to. I'm still going to come through for you. Because I'm solid. I'm grounded. I know what I got to do. You feel me? Which is the right thing. So, my cousin Mel, man, that's a solid nigga, man. He make his mistakes. But he a solid nigga, bruh. You feel me? He did some solid shit on the 4th. You feel me? And he was going through his own personal shit. But still took time out to do something solid for somebody else that wasn't expecting it. He just seen him, did it for him, did it moving. You feel me? I don't even know if he knew he was going to see him when we got there. But he seen him, took care of him. Boom. Then went on about his business. Then we got on. I'm just like you don't even have to do shit like that for people if you don't want to. Like, you can really just think about yourself and be like, fuck it. Or you can just only do for your own kind or for your own kids and be like, fuck it. But, you know, bro did a real good thing, man. It was good to see. So, that's my cuz, man. That's my cuz. I did always feel good. I always feel good when he do shit and I'm like, oh, yeah, like that's some shit he seen me do before, or that's some shit I told him he should do. And he didn't get it probably when we was talking about it, but as he got older, you feel me, he was like, okay. And, you know, you just reciprocate certain things, certain ways to certain people. You want to know who the smartest woman in the world is? Let me tell you who the smartest woman in the world is. The smartest woman in the world is a woman who sees a dude, has a time limit in her life, and does not get pregnant by that nigga. I say it again, the smartest woman in the world is a woman who sees a nigga has a time limit in her life and does not get pregnant by him. Why did I say that? It's a lot of women in this world who will see the flash of a dude. And the flash is, he look like he got this, he got that, he do this, he do that, you know. And you don't realize, or you probably do. I think humans ignore red flags purposely. And it just depends on how much you like whoever you're ignoring a red flag for. Because if you don't like them, you're not going to ignore it. But if you like them, you're going to ignore it. But you see that like for example, me as a man, if I meet a girl August 1st, I know by the end of August or September 1st just how long she's going to be in my life. I just do. Like, you could just tell. You feel me? It's just not gonna last long. So that's the women that you do. That's the woman that you don't want to try to knock up or make a girlfriend or stretch it out for too long. But it's people in this world who will see that. I see it. I know she ain't. I know this nigga ain't good for me. I know this nigga, whatever I'm using them for, is gonna run out. So use it and move on. Everybody uses somebody at some point. I'm not condoning being a gold digger or, milking a dude. But if you know that that's all you go. I saw a tweet where the girl said, she said, I got with him. Basically, she said she got with somebody because of the PPE money, but she knew it wasn't going to last long, and she got away before it basically ended. And to me, that was smart as hell. Like, you know what you're dealing with somebody for. Men know. I don't understand how dudes know. They only want to fuck with this girl because she got a fat ass booty, right? That's all you want from her. She got ass. You just want to hit a couple times and move on about your business. How do y'all extend that is what I don't understand. You know what you want. And you probably going to get what you want faster than you expected if you play your cards right. So why would you got it. It's time to move forward. Is it not? I know that might sound harsh, but I'm being honest here. Especially with men, you know that's what you wanted, B. You know that. But instead, you rather prolong it. Or try to make it work to your benefit as long as you can. Then next thing you know, you done knocked her up. Or it's your girl, you really don't like her. According to you. Cheating. You feel me? Dogging her out. You could have just got what you got and got on. And didn't move. But, like I said, them the smartest women in the world, though. You see it. Again, you can see, everybody can see when they first meet. That's why you think women be talking about they in love with the dude in a month, or how much they love him, or his style, or whatever. They see it. They can see themselves with him no matter what. And sometimes you ignore the red flag when you do that, or the red flags, or But you gotta know, you gotta see it. You gotta look past whatever you like. Look past that. Okay, she got a fat ass, but she's handsome in the face. Look past that. Look past the ass and say to yourself, what am I going to do on Christmas morning when I wake up next to this handsome woman? Like, how are you going to feel about that? You got her August. Now you still, you know what I'm saying? Like, or women. Man, that nigga got money. He gonna buy me this. He gonna buy me that. He gonna take care of this. He gonna take care of that. Right. But at some point, you gonna have to wake up next to this nigga. You feel me? And he gonna want you to meet moms and the kids. And it went from you just getting your issue. Now you in a whole relationship with a nigga you kind of don't like. So you just forcing it now. That's the thing I'm saying. You don't want to force it. That's why I say it's the smartest woman in the world, the woman who can get away from it before it becomes something extra or something long term. Because then you got to force that. You just got to roll with it. We didn't been in it. I didn't been in them. I got with a girl I done had no business being with longer than 3-4 months. And I fuck with her for like 3 years. I knew it. God damn it, I knew it. And yet I still rolled it out like a fool. But I mean, it is what it is. We live and we learn, right? We live and we learn. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I need to send this text to Mo P. Shout out to my nigga Mo P, who just got a promotion. Matter of fact. So that nigga actually owed me a drink. That's what he do. You know that's how it's supposed to go, right? When you get the promotion, we're supposed to go out for drinks, but you're supposed to pay. I didn't know that, but that's how that's supposed to go. Let me just send this. But that's how that's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? When you get the promotion, we all go out for drinks, but you pay because you got the promotion. Your money is up now, so it's time for you. I don't understand why it's like that, but that's how it is. Look at it. I think it's called is it called a watering down? I think that's what it's called. I think that's what it's called. When basically, no, that ain't what it's called. That's not it. But something like that though, where nigga, you got the promotion, so you got to pay for the drinks. But yeah, we definitely gonna do something. We gonna throw it all in this week, and we got a good weekend planned. But yeah, though, where we at? I got one more for y'all. I'm finna bone up out of here. Oh yeah, we was talking about. I asked the parents on IG last week, do they send their kids away for the summer like we used to do? We used to every summer, probably from maybe like 7 to maybe like 11 or 12. Like we used to be at either my auntie or my grandma's house all summer. You know what I'm saying? My grandma would let us come over for a few days because both of my parents work, and so we would go to like the boys and girls clubs from my grandma's house or my auntie house. You feel like I really only saw my parents like on Sundays. Like that was it. I come home for like a day or two, and then I was back at my auntie house or my grandma's house. But we would do, man, it was so much fun. But like you just be gone the whole summer, just fucking with all my cousins. You feel me? And I was kind of in the middle because, well, I was definitely in the middle because my 2-3 older cousins was like 3-4 years older than me. And my other cousin was like 4-5 years younger than me. So I kind of just mingle with everybody. And what I couldn't do with the elders, I could do with the youngers. And when the youngers would sleep, I can go fuck with the elders. You know what I'm saying? And that was the summers. Like, you feel me? Big bike rides, big manhunt, bike tag. You feel me? All over Hunters Point, all over Daly City. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was just enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? It was just fun as hell to get sent. Like, oh, the weekend here? Oh, yeah, school out for a week? Oh, gone. Auntie Lisa house. We out of here. You feel me? We out of here. I see you. Pack your bag, which back in the day we didn't have. Back in the day, we didn't even have backpacks or luggage like that as kids. We just put a bunch of clothes in a couple of plastic bags, and we was doing it moving to, Auntie Lisa house or to the point. Like, that was really it. You feel me? We used to ride from my Auntie Lisa used to live in Daly City, so Westlake Shopping Center, Daly City. And we used to ride bikes from her house all the way to the end of Ocean Beach. You feel me? Like where it starts to turn into Gary Street, if you're from the city. Like all the way down there. All the way down there. And then at Graham's house, you feel me? Graham stayed in the flats of Hunters Point. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about Hunters Point, let me give y'all a quick geographical breakdown. It's the Bayview, and then after that's on one side of the third. You on the other side of the third. it's the flats, and then it's the hill. You feel me? And that's where you get the Bayview is on one side, and then Hunters Point on the other side. But so we would go as kids, you feel me, riding bikes or shit, just footing it all the way down to the Rock, to Candlestick, to the back of Harbor. You feel me? All the way down Third, like all the way to Portland, Palaga. Like, we was just moving. We was kids. We was just gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you did as kids. You would, it was like a job. You feel me? You get about 8, boom, you gone by about 10. You feel me? You gonna come back from wherever you came from at like 1, eat. And then boom, you was back onto the second leg of the shift. And as long as you was home by the time the street lights on. And the crazy part about it was, you didn't even, if you was back, my grandma, if we was back by the time the street lights came on, we could still play outside in front, even when it got dark. You feel me? And then after that, we come in the house, we on whatever video game. At my auntie house, we was always on whatever video game. And after the video game was done, some of us went to sleep. Some of us was still up catting off, watching movies or whatever. Like, we just really lived the luxury life as kids. Like, dead ass. But we really did. It was fun. It was good times. You know what I'm saying? And glad I got the experience. I don't, you know, my god kids, nieces and nephews, they don't really go outside all like that. They do, but they don't. We was outside with hella kids. You feel me? Whoever lived on a block with us, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, whoever other family members had family members. Like, we was out there with that. So that shit was cool, man. It was fun being a kid, man. I definitely appreciate the amount of joy I got out of that. I really did. But memory lane, man, that shit feel good telling them old stories. You know. I know a lot of people can relate. But a little bit of everything podcast. I got about 2 minutes I want to stretch this for. What can I do for 2 minutes? I don't want to just sit here and ramble. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? The Warriors could have won. I don't know if the Warriors could have won a championship this year. But with the way this all worked out with the injuries and teams falling at the side and not being as good as you thought they was, they for sure could have made it to probably the Western Conference Finals. If Clay was playing, of course. I don't know if the team physically constructed as they were this year without Clay could have made a deep run, but if Clay was playing, they could have won it, man. And I think they got action next year. You feel me? I think they really do. If we end up with a Warriors Nets Finals, holla at your boy. We're gonna remember this a year from now, because I think that's what we're gonna end up with next year. KD versus Steph, battle of the teams. I mean, the niggas that used to play with each other. I think it's coming, man. I think it is. I really think the Warriors could have won this year. Not won. Yeah, well, won. Maybe not won a championship, but they could have been in there. But that's cool. That's sports. That's why sports is great. That's why niggas ignore their wives and girlfriends with this on, because we need to focus on how great sports is. And if you watch sports, you will understand that, ladies. But y'all don't want to do that. So, I done stressed it out. I need one more minute. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't got nothing else for y'all. I'm just trying to make it to 45 minutes just for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Mo has a thing about liking my 45-minute shows, or he likes longer shows. I was just sitting up here rambling, trying to run through my whole little list of topics, except for one topic. But that's cool. We gonna bounce that back though. We gonna talk about that after the finals. We're gonna talk about that after the finals. But a little bit of everything podcast. Look is in the building. Feeling real good. Feeling real great. Glad to still be able to do this. You know what I mean? Glad to be here, man. Life is good. Never forget that. No matter what, life is good. I'm going to holler at y'all on the flip side. Peace.